Thus comes the English with full power upon us. And, more than carefully, it us concerns to answer royally in our defenses. Therefore the Duke of Orléans shall make forth, and you, Prince Dauphin, with all swift dispatch, to line and new repair our towns of war, with men of courage and with means defendant. For England, his approaches makes as fierce as waters to the sucking of a gulf.
My most redoubted father, it is most meet we arm us against the foe. I say it is meet we all go forth, and let us do it with no show of fear. For my good liege, she is so idly kinged, a scepter so fantastically borne by a vain, giddy, shadow, humorous youth, that fear attends her not.
Peace, Prince Dauphin. You're too much mistaken in this king. Question your grace the late ambassador, with what great state he heard their embassy. How modest in exception, and withal, how terrible in constant resolution.
'Tis not so, my Lord High Constable. But though we think it so, it is no matter. In cases of defense, 'tis best to weigh the enemy more mighty than he seems.
Think we King Harry strong. And princes, look you strongly armed to meet him. For he is bred out of that bloody strain that haunted us in our familiar paths. Witness our too much memorable shame when all our princes captured by the hand of that black name, Edward, Black Prince of Wales. This is a stem of that victorious stock. And let us fear his native mightiness and fate of him.
Ambassadors from Harry, King of England, do crave admittance to your majesty.
We'll give him present audience. Go and bring him. You see? This chase is hotly followed, friends.
Turn head and stop pursuit. For coward dogs most bend their mouths when what they seem to threaten runs far before them. Good, my sovereign. Take up the English short, and let them know of what a monarchy you are the head. Self-love, my liege, is not so vile a sin as self-neglecting.
From our brother England?
From him. And thus he greets your majesty. He wills you, in the name of God Almighty, that you divest yourself and lay apart the borrowed glories that, by gift of heaven, by law of nature and of nations, belong to him and to his heirs. That you may know it is no sinister nor no awkward claim, picked from the wormholes of long-vanished days, nor from the dust of old oblivion raked. He sends you this most memorable line, in every branch truly demonstrative. Overlook this pedigree, and when you find him evenly derived from his most famed of famous ancestors, Edward III, he bids you then resign your crown and kingdom, indirectly held from him, the native and true challenge.
Or else, what follows?
Bloody constraint. For if you hide the crown even in your hearts, there will he rake for it. Therefore, in fierce tempest is he coming, in thunder and in earthquake, like a Jove, and bids you in the bowels of the Lord deliver up the crown, and to take mercy on the poor souls for whom this hungry war opens his vasty jaws. And on your head, turning the widow's tears, the orphan's cries, the dead men's blood, the pining maiden's groans for husbands, fathers, and betrothed lovers that shall be swallowed in this controversy. This is his claim, his threatening, and my message. Unless the Dauphin be in presence here, to whom expressly I bring greeting too.
For us, we will consider of this further. Tomorrow, shall you bear our full intent back to our brother, England.
For the Dauphin? I stand here for him. What to him from England?
Scorn and defiance, slight regard, content. Thus says my king, that if your father's highness do not in grant of all demands at large sweeten the bitter mock you sent his majesty, he'll call you to so hot an answer of it, that caves and roomy voltages of France shall chide your trespass and return your mock in second accent of his ordinance.
I desire nothing but odds with England. To that end, as matching to his youth and vanity, I did present him with the Paris bulls.
You'll make your Paris Louvre shake for it. And be assured, you'll find a difference, as we, his subjects, have in wonder found, between the promise of his greener days and these he masters now. Now he weighs time, even to the utmost grain, that you shall read in your own losses, if he stay in France.
Tomorrow shall you know our mind at full.
Dispatch us with all speed, lest that our king come here himself to question our delay.
You shall be soon dispatched with fair conditions. A night is but small breath and little pause to answer matters of this consequence.